So, unfortunate news just happened in the last 24 hours. Another network marketing company just decided that they're going to pull the plug on the network marketing model. And it's sad. It's unfortunate to see some of my own friends that had built their network marketing business in this company, Beachbody, for years. They built a large distributor base that brought in a ton of customers, made that company what it was. And for the company to make a unilateral decision, meaning make the company deciding, not in a democracy, not going to the distributor base and say, hey, can we figure something out? Can we modify the comp plan so that the business model can be sustainable or can grow? For them to just say, hey, too bad, you've given all your years of your life to this company and building your business, we're going to pull the plug. I think it's unjust. It's not right. And it's not just Beachbody. Rodan and Fields, Saint, Advocare a few years ago did the same thing. Now, there's a couple thousand network marketing companies out there. So this is a rarity. It's not, I don't want to get this blown out of proportion and everybody think that the entire sky is falling and that no network marketing company is safe. That's like saying, hey, somebody had a marriage that once was good but fell apart and became a divorce, and therefore we have to throw out the entire institution of marriage. I don't want anybody going down that rabbit hole and thinking that. I think that, frankly, a company when it does this, some of them, they may have been so buried in debt, it was existential, and they had to do something, otherwise they shut down and everybody loses. So when they throw out the network marketing compensation plan and say we're going to go to the affiliate model and we're just going to pay one level affiliate commissions, that's a completely different animal. And so people that are here in network marketing to build leverage and to recruit an army of people that they can have like a real estate broker. Can you imagine if a real estate broker only was able to get paid on the houses they sell? They couldn't recruit other agents? Not a good model, right? Well, that's the way it was for a long time. And then network marketing came into the real estate world, and you've got companies that are growing like lightning fast by letting agents recruit other agents. That's why the company grows. Can you imagine those companies allowing that to happen where you know, somebody grows a team of 100 or 1,000 or 5,000 agents, and then they say, "Oh, we're not going to pay anymore." It would obviously it's the same thing. It's devastating. So here's my insight on this. First of all, don't lose faith, and faith is about what you can't see with your eyes. Faith is like when you close your eyes and you trust in the future. You trust that the reality in the future is going to be what you expect it to be. That's what faith is, right? So don't lose faith and hope because you hear another one of these stories that is now unfolding. I would also encourage everybody to investigate to the best of your ability the financials of your network marketing company. If you're in one, ask some questions. If the company is in bad financial position right now, I would ask them what their plans are. And at least you won't be caught blindsided if they have to make some sort of structural move. If it's a public company, you can go check out the financials yourself. Or if you don't know how to read financials, you can ask somebody who knows how to read them to read it to you, to help you understand, is this company in solid financial shape, or is it a going concern that has some issues? If they're private, the company may not reveal their financial picture, and therefore you might just have to look for other signs. Even talk to their vendors if you have to. It stinks that anybody should have to do this, but it's a business. And so when you become a network marketer, sure, a lot of people are just part-time distributors making some extra money. marketing a product, recruiting a few people. But as you build a team, you're a business owner now. You're in a B quadrant business, and you need to start understanding business. So start looking into the company financials. And then also, see, many of you all, if you know me, if you're on my Facebook page watching me right now, unless somebody tagged you or forwarded this to you, maybe you've never heard of me. But I've been in the network marketing space for 30 years, 26 years with my company Legal Shield full-time. September of 26 of 1998 is when I went full-time or got started in Legal Shield, and soon after full-time. And many of you all, maybe you know me by my book, Building an Empire. But many of you all may not know me by this book, Money Mindset. And this is about wealth building for network marketers. Why am I bringing this up right now? Because if you're in a network marketing company and you're caught off guard, you're caught flat-footed, if your company decides tomorrow they're going to eliminate network marketing and go to the affiliate model or do something completely different, what would happen to you and your family? Do you have a financial moat around your family to protect you from such a catastrophic event or from regular non-network marketing economic turbulence, inflation, recession, your house being destroyed by a hurricane? Like, all kinds of things can come up in life. You need to be prepared. Do you have a plan? Are you what I call being smart with your money? So many network marketers, I've seen it so many times over the decades. Network marketers making $10,000, $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month. They feel like they're on the top of the world. They're untouchable, bulletproof. Nobody can mess with them. They're making all this money hand over fist. And then the company goes out of business and boom, they're scrambling. Or some catastrophe happens, or an illness in the family, or the hurricane, whatever. And so something drastic happens and they're caught off guard. That should never happen if you're smart with your money. So it's not just about how much money you make. It's about paying the least amount of taxes, doing the right thing, paying your taxes, but paying the least amount by taking all your deductions. But then being really smart with that leftover money, which is all you should have been focused on in the first place. And with that money, investing it properly so that you are building that, what they call nest egg, but you're building your wealth. And for many years, like, I have not worked for money in a long time, because when I was making money right out of the gate, they always say the 80-10-10, 10% you give away, tithe, give back to God, or give away. The second 10% is to invest, and then the 80% you live off of, pay your bills. Right out of the gate, when I started making money, I started doing the 10-10-80, but then it was pretty quickly 10-20-80, all right, 10-20-70, and then 10-30-60, and then 10-40-50. And like for years, I've been investing about 70% of my income. Now, of course, that's based on crazy money that I make so much I wouldn't need to spend it all. But my point is, are you really being smart with your money? So that if you ever got an email or saw on the newswire that your company was going to get rid of the model that you were making your money from, would you be okay? Of course you'd be devastated. Of course you'd be betrayed. You'd be upset. You'd want to throw a chair through a wall. You'd probably want to cry. Of course, you'd go through all the emotional turbulence of that, but would you be okay? Would your family not skip a beat? And I think that's very important. So I'm going to pray tonight for everybody who's affected by this company's move, and for anybody else in the future that may be affected, because obviously there's cost of goods, there's inflation, there's a lot of things going on. This probably will not be the last company that's going to make a decision like this, whether it's going out of business or just cutting out the network marketers and just going straight affiliate. If and when that happens, are you going to be ready for it? So my hope for you is that you make that decision tonight to start taking the financial, like being smart with your money thing a lot more seriously. It's better to be prepared and not need it than to need it and not be prepared. So have a plan. Go get Money Mindset. I forget, I think it's $12, $14, whatever for the book. Go buy the daggone book and read it. Go into the final quarter of 2024 establishing a financial plan for you and for your family. So that way, going forward, you're going to be happily making money in your business. You're going to be happily putting that plan into play where you're investing that money. And I talk about it in the book. I'm not going to get into the details and the weeds on a Facebook Live on where you're going to invest that money. The most important part is the first part of the book, not talking about the second part where to invest or how to invest. It's why to invest, how to start attracting instead of repelling money. The mental game of the wealth building game is something that most of my network marketing friends admit they're very much lacking. And so I have been, in the last several years since I wrote that book, I have had so many countless invites to speak on team Zooms and team calls all across the industry. I've now been doing keynotes at some of the biggest companies in the network marketing space. I'll be speaking at Faith Over Fear in a few weeks with Ray and Jess Higdon in Orlando, which, by the way, if you're not going to Faith Over Fear, I would encourage you, absolutely look into that. Go check out the Higdon Group website and get the details on Faith Over Fear. And get to that for sure. It's going to be an amazing weekend, the last weekend of October. But guys, for all of you that might have jumped on a little late, go back, catch the replay after this post when I'm finished with this live, so you understand what we're talking about here. Beachbody pulling the plug on the MLM model, not a good thing. I think some of these companies, the companies that have made this move, I believe each and all of them are going to regret it. Whether it's the founding owner with the founder's DNA that is making that decision, which I would imagine most of them is not. Typically it's private equity that comes in and they don't understand our space. They think that they can do things better, which they can't. The network marketing, our model, our people, our network is a different animal than anything they have ever been involved with before. And I can tell you because I have worked with private equity. My company is owned by private equity. And every single conversation I've ever had, they eventually, if not at the beginning, eventually they realize that they have never worked in a model like this. They don't understand. This is not traditional business. It's not holding salary over people's heads. You can't just go out there and take your product or service into the marketplace in a better way than the network marketing model. Right? Our model is the best. And I can do an entire half an hour video about why the network marketing model is the most unique and the best business model to bring a good or service to the marketplace, to scale with no limitations. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. So let me just simply say, if you are affected with Beachbody, or if you are in Rodan and Fields or Saint or Advocare or any of these companies that are making some decisions like this, I just want to say, don't lose faith, don't lose hope. This model is what you love. You've developed your network marketing skill sets that are extremely valuable. Yes, you can go leave network marketing and go into other business, spaces and frankly write your own check. The personal development, the sales, the recruiting, the leadership, the problem solving. I mean, what you learn in network marketing is so valuable in any industry. You can literally take what you learn here and go write your own check in the business world. So you always have that. That can never be stripped away from you. And you also have the relationships you will form or that you already have formed in your network marketing company, in your team, with your upline mentors, with your downline team that you've been pouring into. No company's decision will ever take that away. If they take network marketing away, guess what? You take your network away. And you go bring your network to a company that won't do that. That's what I would do. So again, sorry to have to even go live about this topic. I hope that I gave some food for thought to all of you that are either experiencing this or now worried about it because you're hearing about others that are going through this trauma. I'm here for you. My website used to be fostermentor.com. I just changed it to briancarruthers.com, but I've been a foster mentor to many, many thousands of network marketers in our industry over the last 14 years. I'm excited to be able to continue to do that. If I can ever be of help to you, feel free to reach out. Have a great kickoff of your month of October and your fourth quarter, the fourth quarter of this 2024 game. It doesn't matter how many points you're down or how many points you're up. Go give it your all, leave it all on the field in this fourth quarter. My team is doing a 90-day run that began today. For 90 days, we are leaving it all out there. We're going all full tilt. Not all of us are going full tilt, but those of us that are choosing to do this 90-day run, tripling our efforts, setting bigger goals, having an end line set in stone at the end of that 90-day run. We've got our families and friends bought in. We sold them the vision, why we're not going to be around, why we're going to be so focused on this. They're going to get rewarded with us at the end of it so they can give us their support. And a 90-day run is what I did when I first got started in this business that I'm in right now, 26 years ago. And because I did that 90-day run and built that momentum from that 90 days, I've made tens of millions of dollars as a network marketer. So I would encourage you, when there's turbulence going on around you, then I would just encourage you to go full throttle. Don't be like a cow. A cow tends to try to run away from a storm. A buffalo sees a storm coming and runs toward it and runs through it and gets through the storm to the other side a lot faster than a cow who in a silly way tries to outrun the storm and therefore stays under the storm, under those clouds for a long period of time. So buffalo up, run through the storm, make the right moves, be smart with your money, and we'll see you guys soon. Good night.